So we're here on a job in Township of Washington, New Jersey. We did this install a couple days ago. Everything here, this cherry tree, 4 boxwood, some liriope. This was like a total of $700 in material. Came in this, we installed this. This identical thing is what we're doing going that way, right? We have 2 areas here in between the circular driveway and then on the other side as well. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the plans for this project. We're here, we're working in the front part of the property. This is the, the full landscape plan for this house. We're standing right over here to the left of the property when you're facing it. This is that tree here, this pink one. It's a pink cherry tree, boxwoods, liriope. Remember, we're gonna be matching this in pretty much every corner of the front of the property, according to the plan, right? We're standing over here to the left, like I said. So we're gonna be working on the front of the property within the next few days. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys through it so you can see exactly what we're doing here today. So as you can see behind me, I have the 550 with the dump body on it. I have a couple yards of topsoil here, and the reason for that is because whenever you start excavating for trees or plants, you don't know what you're gonna find. And sure enough, whoever demoed this driveway put the asphalt into that hole, so we had to make that hole probably 2-3 times size bigger, fill it with good topsoil so this tree can actually establish, growth and establish a good root system. So we're gonna be doing that all the way around. We're gonna pick up some more dirt, give it a nice coating all the way up top, to just really ensure that this area and these trees have good growth and could establish a really good root system. So this tree right here, which is the same one as over there, is a oak cane cherry tree. Right behind me is a Norway spruce and a Serbian spruce. This right here, the total for the 2 cherry trees and these spruces over here, along with the boxwoods, came to about a total of like almost $3 grand. I got everything from Site One Landscape Supply right here in Mahwah. Those guys are great. They're always, taking care of me as well. Shout out to my boy Dan from over there. And as you can see, where we started excavating, this hole has to be, a lot bigger. We're just still figuring out placement so far, but overall this project is moving along. So just so you guys know, for something like this, it'll take about 3 to 4 guys, definitely in 8 hours. We're doing other stuff here for the homeowner, so we're gonna be here all day. But if it was just for this, we'd probably be here for maybe 5 to 6 hours, maybe even 3 to 4 if we had an excavator here. But doing everything by hand today. We have our equipment on another job site, so looks like I gotta buy more equipment, but not yet. Taking it easy so far, taking it easy for now. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much what we're doing. We're gonna start, placing these, getting some good topsoil in here. We're also gonna topsoil the front as well so we could get some better growth for the grass, and put down some seed, put down some hay, and move along to the next job. So right in this truck, I have 4 yards of topsoil. I estimated for this job about 4 yards, and I was wrong. I actually am gonna need around 8, but it's not entirely my fault. The reason for that is as I mentioned, while we were excavating, we're finding like a lot of bad quality stuff in the ground, right? Like this is what we found in that hole. This is literally just pure grinded up asphalt. I don't know why it's there, but it's there. We're not gonna, dig this hole and put the plant in that. We're gonna make sure we're gonna do this right. We're gonna do it with quality and integrity. So we removed all of it and put in good topsoil, good fresh topsoil. Although I was wrong, right, with the 4 yards, not really, because it's not really my fault. Just something to keep in mind for you guys, and something that's helped me out too. It's worked for me, you don't have to listen to me, but I gotta go get another 4 yards of dirt. It's gonna cost me like maybe $150. I'm not gonna issue a change order to the homeowner. There's no point in me trying to nickel and dime them for 150 bucks. I'm gonna go ahead and eat the cost on that and keep them happy. I want them to worry less. You know what I mean? If I go to them and I say, hey, we need more topsoil, hey, we need this, hey, we need that, and it's a change order, and after a change order after a change order, he's not gonna feel comfortable with me. He's not gonna feel secure and safe and trust me, right? So just something that's worked for me. Whenever you have something small come up that you can just take care of it. It's 150 bucks. The place is like 10 minutes away. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna pick it up, install it, and it'll be done. He'll be happy. We got a lot more work to do. We have this front area to do, which is gonna be a lot more plants. I know there's like a Japanese maple here, even in that far corner as well. And the backyard too. Backyard, there's gonna be a pool, a patio, a putting green. So there's a lot of work here, right? So I understand that. And I'm not gonna go ahead and nickel and dime the homeowner and say, hey, it's your fault that, you know, your last contractor put asphalt in the ground, so I need to charge you for more dirt because I'm not gonna plant your trees in that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna make sure I do my job, my duty, make sure this is done right. A couple more yards of dirt, so what? It's better to be the guy that just charges a little bit more, so when stuff like this happens, you have a little bit more money in the budget or in the project, right, to use, and you can be that guy that over delivers instead of the guy that takes shortcuts because he undercharged for the job and now is just trying to finish it with the less than low quality possible, right? So even for a job like this, right, I'm over the amount of yards on dirt. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go get that dirt, but I'm still gonna install fertilizer on these trees. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be that guy that says, oh, well, I'm gonna save my money on the fertilizer. I'm gonna use that money instead of actually putting down the fertilizer. I'm gonna use that money towards the dirt. It's all good. I'm gonna still do what I have to do. There's enough money in the budget. And when you leave yourself enough room and something comes up, you know that you're still gonna be able to get the job done. Oh, and just for some game real quick, right? We have 5 trees, 5 spruces, 2 cherries. These cherry trees right in front have to match that one. So we made sure that everything was lined up correctly, right? And then from there, once these are put in, which this is essentially, these cherry trees are our benchmark, you could say. Now we have 5 more trees that we have to install. And the best thing and the best way to do this is divide them all evenly, divide all the spaces evenly, because all these trees are gonna grow equally. So if you leave them the exact same amount of space, they'll all grow nice and even all together. So as you could see, the cherry tree was our benchmark. Then this is the first hole that we decided to put down, matched it with the other one, and then you can kind of see the green paint, or you could see where the dirt is. We took a measuring tape and all the spaces are identical. All the spaces are the same amount of feet apart, right? So always double check your work, double check the measurements, make sure, you know, everything's even, because when you look at it, you want it to look right. You don't want to come back and move a tree, you know, a foot to the right because you didn't check. Check, measuring tape takes a couple seconds and it'll just ensure that the job goes smooth and everything like that. Something interesting about this job is actually, I got this lead from Facebook. I was running Facebook ads like 2 years ago and I got this lead. And I met with him before any of this was done. No fence was here, no wall was here, but I came here and I said, you know, hey, you know, I told him what I did. I told him what I stand behind. And I said, you know, we have to follow these steps. And unfortunately, the homeowner did not listen to me. I said, you know, we got to do this and this and this first. And he had, you know, somebody else come in. They were basically just here for money. And obviously I'm here for money too, but I'm here to actually make this thing work and flow and have a long-term relationship. And I'm gonna tell you guys what I mean when I say there's somebody here just for money. As you could see, there is no landscaping installed yet back here. There's no plants, there's no pool. There's supposed to be a pool here. As you could see, none of that's installed. And guess what is installed? Sprinklers. Sprinklers should not have been installed yet at all, at all. We'll go to the front. I'll show you guys why you don't install sprinklers. We literally are planting the trees that are according to the plan and we're running into sprinkler lines. So what are we doing? We're cutting them and we're leaving them off to the side. Sprinkler company that installed this has to come back and fix it. You know what I mean? Because if I would have got this sprinkler job, I would have waited till all the landscaping was done, had the sprinkler company come in and do their thing. So now he paid for it to be installed. And now, unfortunately, the sprinkler company did do their job. So they have a right to charge a service fee to come out here and fix what's going to be in our way. Whenever you're doing landscaping, make sure you find somebody that you can trust, that actually knows what they're doing, and have them explain to you what the phases are, right? Because then you're just going to spend money for no reason, and you're going to have to do it twice. Perfect example as to why you install sprinklers after. You can see right on the plan this tree, where it's going. And what did they decide to put? What did they decide to do? It's not their fault, because they're just doing their job. But this is why you do sprinklers when all the landscaping is installed. There's hoses in our way, and unfortunately, we have to cut them to install what we have to install. As you can see, literally, it went right through the center. We're gonna leave them up. We're gonna make this very easy for the sprinkler company. We painted each one and as to where it goes where, and now they just have to come in and fix it, and that'll be on them. And just a quick tip for you guys, very important, advise your clients. Advise them, even when you come here on an estimate. Tell them what you're gonna be doing, what you're gonna be installing, how you're gonna be installing it. And you don't have to use all these fancy words, but explain to them so they have an understanding, because they don't really know what they're getting. They don't know what it's supposed to look like besides what they see on Pinterest or Instagram. So advise them on how to do it correctly, advise them on what's gonna be getting installed, because you're the professional, not them. So it looks like there was a tree there before or something. There's like some sort of root system in the ground. It's right in the way of where we're gonna be putting that tree. So we gotta go and, we gotta remove that now. Touching back on the unforeseen things that you're gonna come across, right? That I didn't anticipate, coming here, planting these trees and having a root system, finding a root system in the ground, but not a big deal. Only will take probably another 30 minutes, so there's enough room in the budget. Just gonna bang this out, not cause any worry or any concern to the homeowner. So these are the things that you have to account for though when you're doing an estimate for a job like this. All right guys, so that's everything we are doing on this project here today. We might be doing a full update video at the end when everything is installed and grown in. If you guys do want to see more, make sure you check the description below and connect with me on my other platforms.